Michael, what are you hearing from your investors? Because the analysts actually seem pretty pleased with the user growth and especially the revenue growth. What's the concern?
Yeah, we haven't heard direct from our investors yet, but we feel like we had a tremendous quarter. It was actually record-setting revenue, record-setting profits. We beat on consensus revenue estimates. We really smashed consensus net income estimates by more than 20%. So, we're not sure what the concern is out there. There might be some confusion over the EPS and some funky accounting mechanics related to the IPO. But, we feel great. It was a tremendous quarter.
Michael, maybe some wondering whether the higher revenue growth, which was a standout 23%, came on the back of lower spend per user. In other words, that you're targeting lower priced items. Is that actually happening? And if so, what's the plan there?
No, that's not actually happening. The core business remains incredible. Revolve domestic growth was at 27%, which is, very in line with our historical averages as well as our long-term targets. I think that there's always shifts in price, especially since we do manage multiple segments. The shift in price was really based on the strength of the Revolve business growing. So overall, the business is very healthy and there is no trade down with our business.
Mike, I was trying to explain to my colleagues, Mike and David here, what the edge is with Revolve over some of the other online retailers. I sort of said that you guys pick brands that I don't know that have very cool and trendy styles that appeal specifically to young people. But you could probably explain it a lot better than I can. So how do you do that when you pitch to investors?
100%. I think the key to our success is our ability to connect with the next generation. And one thing very, very key that the next generation loves is really special emerging designers. No longer, a lot of the mass brands, a lot of the mass retailers. And for many years, we've been providing this to our customer base, and they really know and trust Revolve to always have the latest and greatest designers, the most on-trend merchandise, and really what, the aspirational kind of celebrity world really wears. And I think we're able to bring this to the globe.
Will the move to private brands continue to drive gross margin, Mike?
Yeah, we expect to see continued growth there. It's a huge long-term opportunity for us. The key for these brands is that they're really real brands in the eyes of consumers. They have huge social media followings, over 3 million collectively between them. And so we think compared to other retailers, it can become a really huge portion of our business compared to what you see at other places.
Mike, I guess the question is, I wonder about these brands. Don't they want to have a direct connection with their customer? Over time, would they graduate away from utilizing Revolve?
Yeah, really, Revolve is the best place for these brands to be. We have the connection with the next generation consumer. We're really the platform for them to promote their brand on. And so for us, we find over time it's actually getting easier and easier for us to acquire brands, to negotiate terms, and it's really just a long-term strength that keeps building.
Mike, we started off asking you about the decline in the stock price, which you sort of just moved quickly through. Can you give me a sense here as to what investors then are misinterpreting, perhaps? I mean, a 15% decline. Granted, you guys have had great performance since your IPO. Nonetheless, it's not a good day.
Yeah, we actually feel great about things. We're still one of the best performing IPOs of the year. As I said, I think there was some really confusing noise on the EPS calculation where, I saw the headlines as you did that, we had our first loss ever. And I think reality, from an operating standpoint, that's not true. We had our highest net income quarter ever. We smashed analyst estimates by more than 20%. So, hopefully once that confusion works itself out, we'll see a little bit of a rebound there.
Michael, there is some concern percolating about tariffs and what the next round would mean for apparel and shoes sold in this country. How exposed are you to made in China? And what happens if that 10% goes through, as the president has indicated will happen by September 1st?
Yeah, we monitor the tariff situation very, very closely, and we have a number of ways to mitigate that. A lot of these are already in action, and some of these are ready to be enacted if things shift. But all of the tariff and the current tariff situation, to the best of our knowledge, is really incorporated into our full-year forecast. So we feel great about where we are.
It's already factored in. It doesn't hurt your margins further?
Not to our forecast, yes. I think this is all baked in.